Everyone likes to think they're unique and one in a billion, but how far would you actually go to look unique? Because some people in this world were born with traits or conditions so unusual and unique, they almost look impossible. But they're not. These aren't just people who happen to be different. They're the definition of one in a billion. And in this video, you're going to see just exactly that. Today, we'll look at the 15 strangest human you won't believe actually exist. Number 15, Nikki Kristo. Nikki Lily Kristo isn't just a YouTuber, she's a force. At 6, she was diagnosed with AVM, which is a rare condition that has led to countless surgeries and changed her appearance. But Nikki didn't hide or cry. At 8, she launched her YouTube channel, talking candidly about chronic illness, visible difference, bullying, beauty, and baking. Her openness caught on. By 12, she'd won Junior Bake Off. By 14, she was hosting Nikki Lily Meets, interviewing world leaders. She's now the youngest recipient of the BAFTA Special Award and won an International Emmy for My Life. In 2025, she modeled at Cannes, walked Paris Fashion Week, and represented L'Oreal. She also speaks globally, like at the United Nations, about face equality and AVM awareness. Nikki's not a brave girl with a condition. She's a television presenter, activist, fashion model, and global speaker. Her charity, the Butterfly AVM, supports families like hers. Nikki isn't waiting for the world to accept her. She's leading it, one bold, beautiful step at a time. Number 14, Chelsea Peete. Chelsea grew up with stairs. Born with Sturge-Weber syndrome, a vascular condition that caused a deep red birthmark across the left side of her face and neck, she was called Two-Face in school. Kids compared her to a villain, and she believed them. For years, she tried laser treatments, caked on makeup, and looked in the mirror with shame. A rare form of glaucoma affected her left eye, and by the time she was a toddler, she'd already undergone brain surgery. Nothing about her childhood was cool. But something changed when she turned 21. Chelsea stopped hiding. She stopped trying to erase what made her different and started living for herself. Today, she's a proud wife, a mom of 2, and a symbol of self-acceptance. She teaches her kids the lesson she took years to learn. Your power is in your difference. Chelsea's face no longer tells a story of pain. It tells the story of a brave woman who chose to be whole. Number 13, Allison Midstaka. Allison Midstaka always dreamed of being an actress, even when the world said she couldn't. She was born with Treacher-Collins syndrome and had multiple facial surgeries, as well as procedures to help her hear and speak. But despite all of that, the dream never faded. When she moved to New York, chasing acting roles, she faced rejection, stares, and judgment. It was volatile, she said, looking back. Still, she stayed. She auditioned, and eventually, she landed her breakthrough. Allison starred in Happy Face, a raw, emotional film where she didn't just act, she represented. Her performance earned her a nomination for Best Supporting Actress at the Canadian Screen Awards. Off-screen, Allison has become a symbol of unconventional beauty and quiet defiance. She didn't ask Hollywood to accept her, she carved her own space into it. Acting didn't save her, she fought for it, she owned it. And now, when young girls with facial differences see Allison on screen, they don't just see possibility, they see themselves. Number 12, Cynthia Murphy. Cynthia never got to be anonymous. Treacher-Collins syndrome made sure of that. The surgeries started early, face, jaw, and ears. 17 procedures later, she still couldn't walk down the street without someone flinching. But the real scars didn't come from knives. They came from being called ugly, from getting jumped outside school, and from kids who made her body the punchline. She carried that weight for years. Then something shifted. Maybe it was age. Maybe it was one surgery too many. But Cynthia stopped apologizing for the face she had. Now she's not hiding. She's leading. She works with others who have craniofacial disorders, helping them survive the stares, the shame, the silence. She doesn't wear makeup to blend in. She wears it like armor. "If I'm going to be seen," she says, "I'm going to be seen on my terms." Cynthia didn't choose her face, but she chose what to do with it, and that choice changed everything. Number 11. Kennedy Jordan Brmley. Kennedy Jordan Brmley stands just 1 meter tall, about the size of a toddler, but her presence could fill a stadium. Born with primordial dwarfism, she was given a grim forecast. Doctors warned her family she might never speak or walk. But Kennedy isn't one for playing by the rules. With the relentless support of her parents, she crushed every prediction. She walks, she talks, she goes to school. In fact, she even plays sports. Kennedy didn't stop there. She took on acting and starred in a film, proving her talent can't be measured in inches. Exercise remains risky due to her fragile bones, but that never stops her from living full throttle. Her story is a daily reminder that size means nothing when the heart is this mighty. Kennedy shows us that the human spirit doesn't bend to numbers or limits. It just keeps rising. In a world obsessed with unique appearances, she proves that true greatness is measured only by inner strength. Number 10. Jonathan Kramer. Jonathan is only 80 centimeters tall, but his joy can't be measured. Diagnosed with primordial dwarfism, he lives in Germany with his parents, surrounded by love, therapy, and horses. Lots of them. Jonathan's condition makes growing up feel like climbing mountains, but horseback riding gave him something rare: freedom. As part of his therapy, he rides with confidence, perched high in the saddle, where for once his body doesn't limit him. He's part of Walking with Giants, a foundation that supports families with conditions like his. And though strangers sometimes stare, Jonathan doesn't mind. His world is filled with routines, giggles, hay-scented afternoons, and parents who treat every day as the gift it is. Most people see a boy who will always be small, but his family sees the truth. A spirit that's fearless, a laugh that fills every room, and a kid who rides like the world was made just for him. Because in his saddle, it is. Number 9. Allison Midstaka. Allison didn't want to overcome anything. She just wanted to act. But with Treacher Collins, acting came with extra baggage. Directors who smiled and said, "Maybe next time." Strangers who assumed she was lost, not chasing a dream. When she moved to New York, she was prepared for rejection. She wasn't prepared for the cold shoulder from an industry obsessed with airbrushed faces. But she stayed, took the hits, got back up. And then Happy Face happened, a role written with honesty, not pity. She delivered it with raw truth and earned a nomination for Best Supporting Actress at the Canadian Screen Awards. That wasn't luck, that was earned. Every no made that yes louder. Allison didn't change to fit Hollywood. She made space in it. And when people finally saw her on screen, not as inspiration, but as a character, as craft, they didn't see a girl with a condition. They saw an actress, which is all she ever asked for. Number 8. Olivia. Well, Olivia spent years feeling sick before doctors finally uncovered the truth: gastroparesis. Her stomach is completely paralyzed. It can't move food, liquids, not even water. Just to stay alive, she depends on a line that feeds directly into her bloodstream. "My digestive system just doesn't work," she explained. The tube sits near her heart, skipping her entire gut. She started sharing her reality on TikTok, mostly to help others understand the condition. But her videos unexpectedly gathered an audience of 45,000 people. That still feels strange to her. She uses the platform to talk honestly, not just about the medical complexity, but about the assumptions people make when they see someone chronically ill. Olivia refuses to be viewed as someone to pity. Her illness shapes her routine, not her identity. Her energy goes into staying alive, staying truthful, and letting others with the same condition know they aren't strange or broken. "I'm so much more than this illness," she said. "It's only one chapter of my story." She is very special. Number 7. Chun Tan. Back in school, Chun Tan was the quiet kid, barely over 4 feet tall, and a walking target for bullies. They saw a small guy, but they missed the stubborn one underneath. Chun has a rare kind of dwarfism, and while others were still figuring themselves out, he was already carving his lane. The shift came when a seasoned bodybuilder spotted him and said, "Come train with me." That was it. The weights gave him power, first in his arms, then in his voice. By 2015, Chun became the UK's shortest bodybuilder. But that label, it doesn't carry him. He does. Gym rats now know him. So do people online who once felt invisible. His message isn't loud, but it's steady. You don't need to grow into anything. You're enough as you are. Just push. At 4 feet 6, Chun lifts more than men twice his size. That's not motivation talk. That's just Tuesday for him. Number 6. Ash, aka Trauma Queen. Ash calls themselves Nashville's most horror-obsessed drag artist, and they've earned it. Under the name Trauma Queen, Ash builds full-body looks stitched from latex, safety pins, and theatrical gore, equal parts terrifying and gorgeous. But one day, Ash took a sharp left turn and tried something wildly different, a Megan Fox-style glam makeover. "I wanted to see how far I could go from my usual aesthetic," they said. The transformation was dramatic and stunning. They showed the results to their mom, sister, and close friend. No one flinched. "You look beautiful," their mom said, beaming. Ash's drag journey started at 14, pirating episodes of Drag Race and quietly exploring their identity. Over time, it became fashion, performance, and resistance, especially now, with anti-drag legislation rising. "I pour my soul into this," Ash says. "It's chaotic, loud, imperfect, but it's mine." Glam might have been a fun detour, but horror is home. Number 5. Tilly Locky. At just 15 months old, Tilly nearly died from meningococcal septicemia, a fast-moving infection that forced doctors to amputate parts of her arms and toes. Her parents were devastated, but in the midst of fear and loss, her mother made a promise. Tilly would have arms again. And she did. At first, simple silicone limbs. But real transformation came through open bionics, which fitted her with hero arms. High-tech bionic prosthetics straight out of a sci-fi movie. These aren't just tools, they're her superpowers. Tilly customizes their colors to match her outfits, wears them with pride, and continues learning new ways to use them every day. She doesn't want help. She wants independence, and she's got it. Far beyond functionality, her arms have become her fashion, her strength, and her message. Tilly isn't a story of loss. She's a walking, skating, thriving symbol of modern resilience. A girl who didn't just survive, she leveled. Number 4. Thanh Ngoc. This Vietnamese farmer, better known as Thai Ngoc, hasn't slept in over 30 years, and no one, including doctors, can fully explain why. His condition began in the 1970s after a bout of fever, and since then, he claims to have gone without a single moment of sleep. No naps, no dozing off, nothing. What's even stranger, he functions just like anyone else. Ngoc works daily on his farm, feeds animals, and keeps up with the rhythm of rural life, wide awake every hour of every day. Scientists have studied similar cases, but his story remains one of the most puzzling. Lack of sleep typically destroys health, but Ngok seems to bypass those rules. He admits he feels tired sometimes, but never sleepy. He's tried medications, traditional remedies, even alcohol. Nothing puts him out. For more than 3 decades, he's lived in a waking world with no pause. It's real, it's silent, and it may just be one of medicine's biggest unsolved mysteries. Number 3. Tina. In 2014, Tina learned she had stage 2 nasal cancer. Her best chance of survival was a full rhinectomy. Doctors hesitated, fearing the emotional impact, but Tina didn't. Pretty means nothing if you're dead, she told them. She chose life. Before surgery, she squeezed her kids tightly, unsure if she'd ever smell them again. Afterward, her youngest saw her without bandages and said, "Mommy, you need to go see the doctor." It shattered her and made her laugh at the same time. She eventually received a prosthetic, but it felt suffocating. After 2 years, she stopped wearing it. Strangers still tell her she'd be beautiful with a nose, and she replies, "I already am." Tina shares her journey online to show people that beauty isn't tied to symmetry, it's tied to survival. She broke the mold society tried to force her into. Her daughter sums it up best. "My mom taught me not to care what anyone else thinks. She's beautiful as she is." Number 2. Macy Curran. Macy Curran from Cedar Park didn't just grow tall, she grew into a world record. At just 17, she was officially recognized by Guinness for having the longest legs of any living woman. Her left leg stretches 135.27 centimeters, her right 134.3, together making up nearly 60% of her total height. Macy stands around 6 feet 10 inches. Her height always set her apart. By elementary school, she was already towering over classmates. As she got older, finding clothes or shoes became a daily challenge. She often bumps into door frames and struggles to fit into cars. Despite the inconveniences, Macy uses her visibility to spread self-love and confidence. With over 1 million TikTok followers, she posts empowering messages, shares her challenges, and reminds others that different is beautiful. Her legs might grab headlines, but her spirit is what really stands tall. Macy's not trying to blend in. She's showing young women can do anything. Number 1. Justin Stewart. Justin was born with frontonasal dysplasia, an extremely rare condition that shaped his face before he ever took his first breath. Mirrors weren't always kind growing up. He felt different, and others reminded him constantly. But Justin stopped hiding. Now 22, he's modeling in New York, not despite his face, but because of it. He's also a basketball coach and content creator, raising awareness about visible differences and redefining beauty far beyond symmetry. "I want to use my platform for people like me," he says. His last serious relationship ended months ago. Dating's still hard. Most people don't really get what it's like to live with a visible difference. Even so, he's putting himself back out there. He recently went on a blind date with Nana. Neither knew what to expect. But Justin showed up open, not guarded, not afraid. He's not just a good guy. He's living proof that confidence isn't about looking like everyone else. It's about owning who you are. If you've enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. We'll see you very soon.